Cone.
Oh, yeah.
First down.
Good eye, Shake.
A.J. Dewey, who'll go to the Pro Bowl. Hasn't played that much. He was actually on not injured reserve, but missed the first 5 games. Hasn't played that well because of shoulder and knee problems, and his teammates are kidding him. He said, when you get to Hawaii, perhaps you can make the cut over there.
He didn't start tonight, as a matter of fact.
On 1st and 10. Danny White.
Oh, Danny.
Kwiatkowski, who labors almost anonymously for these Dolphins, but they will tell you that he is one of their most valuable players. So tough against the run. Kwiatkowski.
Danny White was as lucky as you can get on that pass. I don't even think he looked to see if Tony was covered. If he had, I doubt very seriously if he would have thrown the ball.
You see, that was his checkoff man out there, right? When you look downfield, can't find what you want, check off.
8:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Dolphins leading the Cowboys 14-0. Danny White will look over a 2nd down and 10.
You don't get the feeling that Dallas is going to grind it out on them, do you? They got to have a big play.
Danny White wants Tony Hill on the right side. 30-second clock, ticking down to 5. They'll have to hurry. They get it off.
They shouldn't have.
Maybe they would have been better if they had. Good defensive play. Bob Baumauer playing hurt tonight. And the loss is back to the 30-yard line. Tony Dorsett had nowhere to go. Dallas looking flat.
When you see a team make those kind of mistakes in the last game of the season, they're either flat or somebody's really screwed up there in that offensive line.
Don, and we're reaching the point in the game where you have to scrap the game plan. Obviously, the game plan is to run the ball, and we're just about at the time when you're going to say, the heck with the game plan, we're going to throw the ball downfield.
They're almost in a 4-down situation.
They might have a hard time finding a game plan tonight. 3rd and 16, shotgun. Crowd loving the defensive performance of Miami tonight. Danny White goes down. He was in trouble all the way.
They had good coverage.
The 26-yard line.
They had good coverage.
If he wasn't in trouble, he expected to be in trouble because he was acting like he was in trouble.
Now they take one look at the coverage downfield. There was good coverage, and all of a sudden, the big forms of A.J. Dewey, 77, and Doug Vetter, 75, were all over it. Danny White stays on to punt. Holden Walker settles back at the Miami Dolphins 28-yard line. There's Walker. Danny White is low. You can run it back.
Good defense. Oh, wait a minute.
And Holden Walker shakes loose.
The Aussie was down there, thought he had him.
McSwain had his arms on Walker. He was able to spin loose, Bolden Walker was, and get back to the 31-yard line.
It's the Clauses, everybody. Have a chicken McNugget. Don't worry, it's under 63 calories. Oh, Rudy, be a dear and open another 20-pack.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack makes every holiday party happy and fun.
Aren't we having fun? Mingle, mingle. Tiny Tim, tiny as ever. Take 2.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Time for McDonald's gift certificates, 50 cents each, or a book of 10 for $5.
First, someone gets an idea. Then someone else may look at it differently. Even add a thought or two. Technology from a company called TRW helps ideas get around. Because getting an idea from one place to another is as important as getting an idea. Tomorrow is taking shape at a company called TRW.
Dan Marino made his first ever NFL appearance in a Monday night game, September 19, 1983, against the Los Angeles Raiders. He entered the game in the 4th quarter and threw 2 touchdown passes to help Miami avert a shutout.
Just seen a scene that's been played out so many times in pro football. Young Gary Hogaboom walking up and down in front of Tom Landry, trying to get his attention. There's no question in my mind. He's saying, well, look, I'm still here. Don't forget me. And meanwhile, Danny White struggling through a very tough evening. 1st down and 10, Miami. They lead 14-0, 7:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Over the middle.
This is Mark Clayton. And Clayton short of the first down near the 38-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 3.
I don't think we have to worry about Miami not playing for this game. O.J., they seem to be sharp. They're doing what they do well. They throw that ball. They mix up with it. They haven't run that many times, but they've run a few times.
I tell you, the main thing on their minds is I don't know any team that enjoys going to Denver to play, especially Denver in January. It's got to be a tough place to go and play, and that's where they may end up.
That's the possibility that Miami's trying to avert. Duper now 3 receptions on the night. Clayton has caught 2. He's at 71 on the year. That's, by the way, a season record for the Dolphins. Tony Nathan held short of the first down by about a yard.
This was the quarter where Dallas had the wind, if that was going to be of any significance at all. And they have not really been able to use that. Actually, I think the wind has died down a little bit. It feels that way.
Started to remark on that. It seems to have died considerably in the opening of the game. It was really brisk from the open end here in the Orange Bowl. As you can see, the streamers now just kind of sagging there.
Big Pete Johnson, number 46, is in the game. He has the lowest average per carry for any back who's carried the ball over 60 times this year, only 2.4 yards. And one of the reasons why, because he normally carries the ball on plays like this.
Even 20 minutes. Good play.
Ron Fellows up there quickly.
And he should have carried it on
should
that play.
Yeah, they gave it to the wrong guy, didn't they?
Ron Fellows, a busy night. He had 1 interception, gave the Cowboys a turnover in the early going of the game. They couldn't do anything with it. But this time, Fellows makes the play, and Reggie Roby comes on to punt on 4th down. Gary Allen back at the 20-yard line of Dallas. A lot of respect. Gary Allen showing Reggie Roby. Roby kicking into that slight breeze now, but he's still giving him about 50 yards.
The ebb and flow of the game, you would think it's time for Dallas to do something.
You would think that.
Roby doesn't get it to turn over, and Allen has to step forward and make the fair catch, but it's Dallas with good field position. 1st down and 10. They bring out the offensive unit. Uncharacteristically short punt for Roby.
IBM presents You Make the Call.
Defense playing awfully well tonight, but Dallas's offense totally ineffectual.
They're looking for a spark.
1st down and 10. The ball at Dallas's 28-yard line. Dorsett sprints to the outside. And up close to a 1st down in the arms of Lyle Blackwood. And just short by about a half a yard. And we'll pause 5 seconds and allow our friends and stations all over the country to identify themselves.
Eyewitness News follows the game here on WABC-TV, New York.
Back in the Orange Bowl in Miami. 5:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins over the Dallas Cowboys 14-0. A couple of touchdown passes from Duke Marino to Clayton in the 1st quarter. And then in the 3rd quarter, a shot to Bruce Harding. And for Dallas, if they lose tonight, the playoffs are over for them. Any possibility. Miami, of course, playing for home field throughout the AFC playoffs. And a win tonight will give it to them. That was Dorsett on 2nd and short yardage, and he is held short of the 1st down. Bob Baumauer, a big, tall nose tackle. You don't find many nose tackles at 6'5". But he is such a good athlete. Don, I think you were with me when we did the Superstars here 3 or 4 years ago, and we were amazed at his athletic ability.
They ran the last event where they had to run and jump. What do you call that?
Obstacle course.
The obstacle course. That cat did it all, man. He was right there with the rest of them, jumping hurdles.
They're going to bring it out, even though Dorsett appeared to be stopped short of the 1st. By that much. It'll be 3rd down. 4:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
The Cowboys had a draft choice this year. I would love to see run that obstacle course. Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis, that's right. They did, didn't they?
Again, this game having many ramifications tonight. Far up in the northeast of the country, the Giants players are sitting around, I'm sure, either at home or together, along with head coach Bill Parcells, who has to be considered a contender for NFC Coach of the Year.
They've got 2 backs packed already.
Dallas loses tonight, and they're on their way to Los Angeles to meet the Rams in the wild card game. 3rd down. Nobody turned up.
Nobody turned up is right.
And a flag goes down, and Danny White really gets pounded. This could be brought back. There might have been pass interference against Tony Hill. It could well have been. Tony Hill, who I think was supposed to turn upfield, ran into Fulton Walker.
And Timmy Newsom was trying to work free down the secondary, and I think somebody bumped him.
Holding. So the interception, that was a total foul-up. Somebody had to get deep. Danny White can't blame that one on him. No one was there. Certainly not where they should have been.
Well, you either do one of two things, though, Frank. If they're in a fourth down situation, if your guy's not there, you're going to know it real quick when you run a play-action pass. So if he's not there, throw it away, come back. Right on fourth.
Defensive holding, number 77.
They call it on A.J. Douay, and it will be first down Dallas. They keep it alive at the 43-yard line.
Douay, one of the great ball players, but the other players around the league who vote, who goes to the Pro Bowl, going to have to pay a little closer attention to who's playing and who's not playing next year.
Pro Bowl, of course, January 27th, will bring it to you, and the players are decided by both the players and the coaches by vote. On first down. White, and gets it in there to the tight end, Doug Cosby, and he rolls up close to a first down. And, of course, Pro Bowl starting 1 week after we'll be bringing you the Super Bowl, January the 20th, 4 o'clock Eastern time. We're looking forward to it. We certainly hope you are.
Who will be playing, Don?
Boy, wouldn't San Francisco love it?
Two
They
teams.
can stay home. But it's a long, tough road, and it's all sudden death throughout the playoffs. 3:40 and the clock is moving in the third quarter. Second down, short yardage. Danny White. Cosby comes down with it at the 25-yard line. First down, Dallas.
All right, they got a little spark going here now.
No time for Dallas.
Boy, this has been the extent of the offense. Danny White to this man, Doug Cosby, in his 6th year out of Santa Clara, 3rd year as a starter, and the leading receiver for Dallas coming into tonight, and he's done nothing to hurt that.
And the rest of the offense has been PU.
That means not up to snuff, not what you would like to see or what you expected to see.
Not from Dallas.
That's right.
At the 25-yard line, first down and 10. Double setbacks. Newsom 30, James Jones 23. Dallas's deepest penetration.
To the corner.
Right, looking for the corner, and Tony Hill. And the coverage by William Judson. Good coverage it was. Danny White would have had to put it in there absolutely perfect. This is not his night for perfection.
Almost appeared they had a little inside-out coverage on Hill. Had one of the Blackwood boys covered him if he went back to if he cut back to the inside. And Judson's been around the ball pretty much tonight, hasn't he? He played a pretty good game.
Miami defense playing well tonight.
Yeah, how about that one? In 40 games, they've now been held scoreless through 3 quarters.
Tendency to credit the lack of efficiency to Dallas's offense, but Miami was getting a fine performance tonight from that defensive unit. Dallas held 159 yards thus far. Second and 10. Dorsett. Nothing happening there. He turns right back into Bill Barnett, and down he goes. A gain of a couple. It'll be third down long, 3rd and 8.
Once again, that's obviously a part of the game plan, but one of the things besides the Miami defense that's handicapping Tony is this surface. As you can see, every time he attempts to make a violent cut, he slips.
He did it again that time, didn't he?
Ron Springs comes in. Tony Dorsett goes out on 3rd down and 8. Ron Springs, who really was replaced 3 weeks ago by Timmy Newsom, good receiver. He works well out of the backfield, does Springs. 73 receptions a year ago. Ron Springs. Oh, that will not make the highlights, or maybe it will. That will make the highlights.
Well, that was the play. That was a design play. What he was supposed to do was throw it back to Danny White.
And it looked like Danny White was asleep.
Yeah.
4th down and 8. Tom Landry making a decision on the sidelines. And on 4th and 8, the Cowboys will keep their offensive unit in.
I agree with you, Don. I think that play was designed. It may not have been designed to happen exactly the way it did, but if Danny White would have been alert, I think he could have caught the ball.
Yeah, well,
with 1:58, Cowboys decide to eschew the field goal. They're going to need it somewhere down the line.
If they're going to win.
Trailing 14-0. And Danny White says, can we quiet this group down? And that will only bring on more of the tumultuous roar. And now it's being explained by referee Pat Haggerty. There's nothing we can do about it. Can't you please get the play off?
And you can't penalize the crowd.
You know, I think if it was 1 or 2 yards to go, maybe you would go for it on 4th down. But with the score being 14-0, you're going to have to get 3 points to win eventually. But
did I not tell you, the stadium will now start to really rock. We saw that happen up in, or was it in the Denver-Seattle game? Finally, they stepped out of the shotgun, went back into the tee. We saw 4 wide receivers in. Duriel Harris joins Tony Hill, Doug Donnelly, and Mike Renfro. Danny will wait him out. Won't do any good.
And if I was Danny, I would wait. It's all or nothing for the Cowboys, and the last thing you need is a mistake because you can't hear the call.
On 4th down and 8, the play has been called a long time ago. The defense has had plenty of time to look over the offensive set of the Cowboys. Of course, there'll be movement. That's what Danny White's concerned about. Now, he's going to have to move his receiver. 1 or 2 or more will go in motion. Don Shula trying to quiet this crowd. Forget it.
And the Lord says
they may listen to this man.
That the Lord says, let there be quiet.
Now the stadium announcement is being made. The home team, by the way, cannot be penalized for the actions of the crowd. That was a myth for many years. They cannot be. Fourth and 8. It's louder, if anything. Danny White, 50 of 24, 131 yards, 1 interception. Fourth and 8.
Ooh, that's a flag.
You're going to get a flag there. Yeah. First down at the 1-yard line. Duriel Harris, the former Dolphin, gets the call. I believe it was one of the Blackwoods, Glenn Blackwood, who gave him a little grab. I don't know whether he would have caught it or not, but I've seen Duriel Harris make many circus catches here when he played for the Dolphins for those many years. I'll tell you, this is just frustration we're seeing now on the part of the Cowboys.
A little what they call take back from Duriel Harris, you know, when you get traded from a team. Now, let's watch it. Bottom of the screen.
That's Duriel Harris splitting the defenders.
You see Lyle Blackwood
who grabbed him.
Yeah.
Lyle Blackwood, the elder of the Blackwood brothers. Boy, this dude has been around. Came here in '81 after 4 years at Baltimore, a year at Seattle, 3 at Cincinnati, and has really found a home with his brother Glenn.
In the ebb and flow. It was time for the Cowboys to do something, and they did.
They did, or the Blackwood did. Somebody did.
Well,
it was done.
The other 2 drives by the Dolphins were helped by penalties.
Certainly
why shouldn't this be?
Part of the game.
Duriel Harris traded to Cleveland this year, but he had great years right on this very same field. And he has the Cowboys close to being back into the game. Newsom. Yes, he's 232 pounds. He gets it into the end zone, and the Cowboys draw to within a conversion of 7 points.
Looked like Jim Taylor on that run. Huh? Put the head down and
low.
I'll tell you.
You get it low and let's go.
He's big and strong. They brought him up as a 6th-round pick in 1980, put him at fullback for a year, then they put him behind Dorsett at tailback, and obviously didn't get into much play. This year they moved him back to fullback, where he really naturally belongs. And he became a starter ahead of Ron Springs 3 weeks ago, and he has put the Cowboys back into the football game, but the big call against Lyle Blackwood working against Duriel Harris, the interference call. Septien makes it a 14-7 game with 1:47 remaining in the third quarter. And for the Cowboys, so much on the line and a little more than a quarter to get it done. The Dallas offense translates the 4th and 8 decision on the part of Tom Landry with a little help from a pass interference call at the 1-yard line to a touchdown that puts them right back into this. The lead of the Dolphins now cut to 14-7. Bolton Walker is back for the kick to Raphael Septien. Short kick. Walker will have an opportunity from the 7. Walker hammered at the 24-yard line. Down he goes. And guess who? Bill Bates.
That kid deserves to go to the Pro Bowl.
Hey, Victor Scott was the guy that tore up all that interference that was going in there. He was paid the price and knocked out about 3 of the blockers.
Bill Bates stays on. And things have gotten a little tighter for Giants fans, Giants players, coaching staff, owners. They're looking on tonight. If Dallas wins tonight, they are out of the playoffs. If Dallas loses, they go to meet the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card game.
They got 2 bags packed, but they didn't lock the last suitcase. They just
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
I got my kids a robot.
74,139 jammed into the Orange Bowl tonight. Watching the Miami Dolphins lead the Cowboys with 1:37 remaining in the third quarter, 14-7. Miami 1st and 10, the ball inside their 25-yard line. Draw play to Nathan. And a good defensive play. Smerrick, who plays so often on the pass situation for Dallas in place of John Dutton. Quick look at the scoring drive. The key to it, a 4th and 8 call. Landry deciding to forego the field goal. The pass interference of Duriel Harris in the end zone, resulting in the ball being placed first down goal to go at the 1, and from there Timmy Newsom took it in.
And what were you going to say? And with every scoring drive tonight, a long yellow line.
That's it.
Loss of 1 by Nathan. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Marino. Nathan, this one he does not handle. Bill Bates out there on the coverage.
The first time in quite a while this Cowboy defensive front 4 has placed some pressure on Marino.
They got to rest a little bit.
Dallas will be working against the breeze that still continues to blow here in the Orange Bowl, even though it is not as strong as it was at the beginning of the game.
Now let's see if Dallas can keep these Dolphin receivers out of the middle.
3rd down and 11.
They haven't been able to do it all night.
Dallas into their 4-0 defense. 4 down linemen. Bates and Clinkscale play like linebackers. Marino, bat it away.
All right.
Ed Too Tall Jones, his 2nd bat of the night.
16 on the year for Big Ed.
Dexter Clinkscale did a good job of staying with Jimmy Cephalo, who was running the cross pattern.
And with 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter, clock stop, Reggie Roby will have to kick against the breeze. That means that Gary Allen can await the ball near the 35-yard line of Dallas. They should get good field position.
First glimmer, I think that might be the first or second time that they've stopped them in 3 downs tonight.
Cowboys have always been a second-half team.
Cowboys not good on their return teams. Their longest punt return of the year, 17 yards. Their longest kickoff return, 34 yards. Here's Reggie Roby. Oh, he kicked one. Beautiful punt. Allen at the 20. And Allen moves out with a fine return to the 34-yard line. 57-yard effort by Reggie Roby, the Pro Bowl punter. And out comes Danny White once again.
Not bad numbers, 15-24, 131 yards, 1 interception. Not a lot of yardage tonight.
We'll have 28 seconds remaining here in the third quarter to work with the breeze.
57 yards.
And then they'll turn it around. He'll go against it. 34-yard line, 1st and 10 Dallas. They'll work from the eye. happened.
No one was open. I tell you, Don McNeil was all over Doug Donnelly, and I think that may have been his primary receiver, and he just dumped the ball over Doug Cosby's head.
Well,
It'll be second down and 10.
You see him talking to somebody back there.
Ed Jones didn't make the Pro Bowl this year. He's been in there so frequently.
Well, you know, he had 7 sacks, and they said it was a subpar year for him, but somehow they don't pay enough attention to those block passes.
Second and 10. Anyway, Cosby's open. Down with the ball at the 45-yard line. First down, Dallas. They're in Miami territory. 21-yard reception. And the final seconds of the third quarter will tick off before they get another play off.
That was the same kind of play that he caught a touchdown. I mean, it's a big pass on that last touchdown drive. Same pattern.
We'll be back after this from our stations. One final period of play, perhaps, for the Dallas Cowboys. They are down 14-7. They'll try to change that. They lose tonight and is home for the playoffs. A win tonight, and they go on. They'll host the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card game next weekend. The Cowboys have a first and 10 near the 45-yard line of the Miami Dolphins as we begin the fourth quarter. Dorsett.
Nice.
This thing inside the 35. Dallas first down.
Nice little counter move. It was almost like a draw play, where he went back like he was going to throw, then hand the ball off behind him to Dorsett. That was a nice move by Danny White.
Dallas struggling all year. They lost 2 to the Giants. They lost 2 to the Redskins. They lost to Buffalo, and they lost once to St. Louis. Trying to stay in this one.
He's trying to follow Glenn Titanser.
Yeah.
I don't blame him, do you?
I don't blame him for not waiting for Glenn.
Yeah, so Glenn, I can't wait any longer.
Ball just inside the 35-yard line. Dallas first and 10. Dorsett tries to work to the outside. Doug Betters trips him up. Gain of about 2. It'll be second down and 8. Not the kind of year you need for a Tony Dorsett when your offensive line is hurt throughout the year, as we look at Gil Brandt, who has brought so many obscure players into this franchise. He was there when Tom Landry became the first coach the Cowboys ever had, along with Tex Schramm. You think of people like Drew Pearson, who retired this past season, free agent. Second and 8. Danny White loses the ball away from the center, falls on it. He's back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 10. We'll take a look at the halftime numbers, and then we'll translate through the third quarter for you. Miami pulling away and the edge in yardage, even though the lead has been cut to 14-7. That's through the third quarter. And the records have been falling tonight. Dan Marino having another big night.
Sort of misleading, all the records that have been falling, because most of those records by the Miami Dolphin offense and Dan Marino, because the Cowboys have played an excellent defensive game here tonight.
They have over the past 3 games. They have played superb defense. I mentioned it earlier. 25 sacks in the last 3 games. Something happened to them after that loss to Buffalo. Perhaps embarrassment. Third and 10. Danny White has it batted away, and he is really nailed. Coming in on the blitz is Paul Langford, but his arm was in motion. It will be, however, fourth down.
I would say they wouldn't go for the fourth down situation here. They've got their 1 touchdown.
Oh, no, not now.
Now, if they bring it in, try to put it out way back.
And let the defense play their game. They've been playing well tonight. Miami, how many times this season, one wonders, have they been held to 14 points in 3 quarters?
Not many.
One of the most explosive offensive teams, and in many respects, the most explosive offensive team in the history of the game.
If you want to consider yardage and score.
Mark Clayton will drop. He'll just be guessing with Danny White. Mark Clayton, by the way, was the punt return man for the Dolphins a year ago. This year he's, of course, turned into sensational all-pro receiver. Danny looking for the corner. And it is not what he wanted.
Not too bad.
At just about the 11-yard line. Keep in mind, the line of scrimmage was the 31. So there's a gain of 20 on the punt. We'll be back. The Dolphins have been held to 14 points on 3 occasions in 15 outings. And in all 3 of those occasions, they went on to win. They lead now 14-7. 14 points. Of course, going into the 4th quarter, they've been held to that 3 times thus far in the season. They won all of those games. Woody Bennett. Flag is down. Linkskell, safety man, had penetrated deep. Ed Jones was there. No place to go for Woody Bennett. And the Dolphins now, they are beginning to commit the errors.
I don't think I'd take that.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't want to give them any more downs. They got a long way to go anyway.
Don Shula, I think he takes great pride in the fact that his team is each year usually the team that is least penalized. Man is fair, decent, honest with the players, that he does not tolerate errors.
We have holding, number 74, offense, decline, second down.
Cleveland Green over the right side. He's done a great job filling in for Eric Laxo, who went out in September with a knee injury, as has Roy Foster over in the left guard position for Bob Kuchenberg. We talked about that earlier. But when your quarterback only gets sacked 12 times in 15 games, you know that the offensive line is doing something right, even though you have a quarterback that can get rid of the ball so quickly. 2nd and 10. Out of the 15 to the 17-yard line. You might be wondering why Dallas declined that penalty. It would only have been half the distance to the goal line, and it would have been 1st down and 15 as opposed to 2nd down and 10. And that doesn't make much difference to Marino.
The Dolphins are a lot like the 49ers in that if they get penalized on 1st down, they don't really think much of it. They figure 3 downs, they can get 20 yards with their passing game.
Nathan got 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Nat Moore, Mark Clayton split to the left. Marino.
Oh,
that's a great play. Great defensive play by Ron Fellows.
You bet.
Who has made superb plays all night long.
That was really free. He kept his body away from the receiver's body. Let's look at it again from Marino's point of view. Didn't get it really rushed too terribly bad. But look at this. Fellows comes across, knocks that ball around. That's a nice move, Ron.
One of the first times I've seen Marino really wind up to throw one. He usually just snaps it from right behind his head.
Reggie Roby in the punt from
Roby to kick. He has that prevailing breeze, and Gary Allen showing deep respect.
Yeah.
He's way back at the Cowboys' 30-yard line, and Roby will kick from about the 8.
Giving him about 65 yards here.
Jeff Toes providing the snap. Crowd loves it.
He needed every foot of it.
Gary Allen. And the flag is down. Gary Allen, and I think it's going to be on Bill Bates.
Yeah, that's 2 big penalties on Bates tonight.
That's a big one because they could have had the ball near midfield.
You bet.
And that will nullify a fine return by Gary Allen. The Cowboys will be backed up.
Boy, what a punt. 54 yards from the line of scrimmage. He was about 12 to 15 yards behind that.
Holding, number 40 on the return, 1st down.
That hurts Bill Bates. 2nd major penalty tonight. But Dallas gets the football back. 11:49 remaining in the game, and they trail by 7. 11:49 remaining in the game. The Dolphins over the Cowboys 14-7. 2 fine defensive efforts tonight. Neither offense what they could be or what was expected tonight, even though the Dolphins have moved the ball considerably more than Dallas. On 1st and 10, Dorsett. And Dorsett out over the 40-yard line with a 41 beyond the block of Glenn Tittenser. He'll get 6 out of that. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Notice Tony Hill is walking off the field. He tried to make a block. He appeared to have injured himself.
That's certainly not going to help, is it?
That looks like wind knocked out of me.
Let's look at Tony Hill, number 80. Comes in to make a little crackback block.
That's not his forte. Oh, he says, what was that?
That's could be a right shoulder, too.
Well, that's what he heard earlier, remember?
Second down and 4. Dorsett getting it out close to the 42-yard line. Dorsett to the 45-yard line. He'll be short of the first down by about a yard. Hit by Brodzinski and Doug Fetters over on the left side of the Dolphins defense.
Well, number 86, Dario Harris, is now in the game for the Cowboys, and he should be the most motivated player on the field. He used to play for this Cowboy team, and they would have traded me away with Dan Marino, coming to my team. I would love to stay there.
We have a Dolphin that is down, and we have been unable to identify him as the Dolphin players have surrounded him. But the medical team has come out, and it's number 73. That's Bob Baumauer. He came into tonight, as I mentioned several times, playing on a very sore ankle, and now they are taking a very concerned look at Bob Baumauer. Good athlete, as I mentioned earlier. Good against the run, also good against the pass.
They're working high up on that arm under that shoulder pad, and they sure can't afford to lose him.
Meanwhile, we'll try to get a report on Tony Hill's condition, who went out just a few minutes ago. This game takes its toll. We'll look again. Right side of your screen, number 65, Kurt Peterson blocking Bob Baumauer.
Ooh, there was that head snap. When Brodzinski, number 59, came in to make a tackle, he hit him and snapped his head.
Tony Hill, apparently it was nothing severe. Perhaps the wind knocked out of him. And meanwhile, Bob Baumauer is very slow getting up. He'll be assisted from the field.
How many times does a player get hurt when his own teammate comes in on the pile like that?
A lot. You saw him stretching out the neck. Hey, when you get there, I'll come off on my own, says Baumauer.
A lot of fighters have said that. I can go another round.
You get that shot to the head, the neck snaps back, and it feels like electricity all through your body. Third down, less than a yard for the Dallas Cowboys. 11:22 remaining in the game. They start the clock again. Short yardage offense for the Cowboys. The 3 tight ends are in. Newsom, he'll have the first down. Close to the 47-yard line. Cowboys keep it alive. That was Ron Springs, brother. No, it was Newsom. Tony Hill back in the game. 47-yard line, first down. Strange game.
Really is. It's kind of offensive teams, explosive teams down. And the crowd seems kind of flat, too. They're like waiting for something to happen. It's one of those kind of deals.
They came in with high anticipation of offensive fireworks. What they're seeing is a struggling defensive game. Like that. Dorsett spins out of the ground.
He slipped again.
Lyle Blackwood. He gets away from Barnett, but Blackwood is there.
Now, with Tony, as you saw, he did an excellent job of getting away from that first contact, and he had a one-on-one situation that he would normally win out here on the outside, but once again, the turf gave way on him.
He's really had trouble with that almost every run tonight. It looked to be a mix-up in the backfield that time, too. I don't know what it was, but he was bumped in around there. They had a little bit difficulty in finding a place to line up. All right. Second down.